Good afternoon and all evening, everyone. Welcome to a trip down memory lane. This is Barry here. Today I'd like to present a couple of videos for you from this time last year in Queensland. The first of them is episode 19 at Bray Park. And the second one is episode 20 of Bray Park. And the third one is the Scarborough episode of Bray Park. So I do hope that you enjoy the videos that I'm about to present for you. So sit back and relax, guys, and come on a trip down memory lane with me. See whether you remember the videos from June of last year before I before before I got COVID. So I hope you enjoy it. Well, good morning, everybody. This is episode 21 now, and welcome to it. Well, in under 8 weeks, I will be saying farewell to this studio and to the show in this format. Like I said on Friday, there is a plan in place, and I am really excited to be going back to Sydney. And like Mark said, it is an exciting time. Here he is. Good morning, Mark.
Good morning, Barry. And, I can tell that it's an exciting time. It's, it's actually 8 weeks and 2 days. So just to get the countdown exact. And, I know you're super keen. So you're going to get the best of the Brisbane winter before you leave, of course.
So just going over some of the things quickly before we head out of the studio, and we will continue this on my laptop. Okay? Do not raise your voice. Do not get angry if things aren't going your way, or if you've had some bad news or about the NDIS knocking you back. Here's Mark now for his opening sequence on this.
I think Barry's success in getting what he wanted so quickly, testament to what can be achieved through communication rather than anger. He was very disappointed with his initial news, but rather than just getting angry and closing himself off, he worked hard to put what he wanted into words so that he could present it to the people that needed to make the decisions, and he's got what he wanted.
So, 8 weeks to go, guys, until in 2 days. Initially, I was going to be here as a permanent guy, a permanent client here, but like I've said, it has not worked out for me. Here's Mark.
Yeah, I'm disappointed that it's a bit, well, it's not Barry's scene, obviously. So, and I think, I don't know whether you'd admit to it or not, Barry, but I think you're a bit homesick and missing friend and family. So,
Well, because I received an email on Sunday morning, and it said it all. And like a couple of weeks after I moved in here, a lot of people were emailing me saying how much they miss me and all that. And I think that's what started all of this. So it's not just a matter of admitting, Mark, I think a lot of people are missing me, and so that's why I've decided to do something about it.
Man, and you know, it's all about living your best life and being as happy as you can be. So, if you're going to be happier in Sydney, then it's a bit of a no-brainer.
But like we said on Friday, like the NDIS said on, excuse me, like the NDIS said on Friday, there is a plan in place, and now all I've got to do is just wait for the time, and the assessment is on the way Thursday week. So once the assessment is done, that's it.
All systems go.
All systems go. That's why I said it was pointless putting a hoist in $30,000. Excuse me, $30,000 worth of wasted equipment. Kid Mark.
Yeah, Barry's been quite perplexed about, well, I suppose the time taken for the hoist to be not organised, followed by, uh, you know, its supposed imminent arrival just before he's going. It does seem to be an unnecessary spend. So he's very pleased that things have panned out so that the trip's been confirmed, and now I imagine that the hoist installation's been cancelled.
Well, I think it has.
Yeah, I'm not privy to all the machinations of what goes on, so sometimes I'm at the mercy of waiting for things to happen to find out.
So, um, in having said that, okay, why waste money?
Oh, absolutely.
And
That 30,000 is going to be better spent on equipment in your new facility.
yeah, so 8 weeks, 8 weeks, and 2 days it will go like the wind, and uh, and on Tuesday I received this news as well, and I spoke to NDIS again. Well, I rang them, they didn't ring me, so a correction there from Friday's episode. And NDIS told me that it was all systems go.
Fantastic.
Here's Mark now.
No, that's fantastic news. So, I knew that the seed of the plan was in place, but I didn't know that they'd confirmed to you that the plan was in place. So that is good news.
Because like you read on my NDIS plan on Friday, you read it.
I actually don't know if I read it. I saw it, but I didn't read it.
I I I will show it to you, sir.
All right.
So we will continue this show off base, and we'll see you a bit later.
Tilt it down a bit so people can.
Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome back to part 2 of episode 21. I'm Barry Theron, and here we are now at Scarborough. Now, Scarborough is a beautiful place, and here's Mark now.
Yeah, so we're at Jameson Park in Scarborough. It's right out on the tip of the Redcliffe Peninsula, and or the northern tip of the Redcliffe Peninsula. And I don't know if you can see bits and bobs in the background, but if you can see a bit of land across the water behind Barry, that's Moreton Island. So we're looking across Moreton Bay now with the camera, but we're actually facing the other way and looking across Deception Bay ourselves. So your view Moreton Bay, our view Deception Bay.
Okay, well, here are a few rules we'd like to share with you on today's show. The first of them, do not litter the park. Here's Mark now.
Absolutely, this park is in absolutely beautiful condition. We have had an absolute mountain of rain, as everyone knows, in recent times. So it's lush and green, and at the moment as we view it, not one piece of litter to be seen. So it looks stunning. Not to mention the fact that it's a stunning day.
Well, yesterday the wind was nasty.
Yes.
It really was. Well, you can just to let you viewers know why I've got a mask on. Here's Mark now.
Yeah, Barry is a bit concerned. He was out in the wind yesterday. He's feeling a bit coughy today, and has decided that he should have a mask on. So, all the mandatory times for taxi travel, etc., but just in general, just to feel more comfortable being out and about. So, doing the right thing by everybody else.
So, just recapping my good news from Friday on episode 20. It is an exciting time for me. So 58 days I've got until I say farewell. Here's Mark now.
Yep, the countdown begins. 58 days from now, and we've already discussed the fact that unfortunately I'll be away for your actual leaving date, but we shall organise something for the week before for a farewell.
Sad for the Queensland viewers, but good news for NSW viewers. So it will be episode 352 when I get back to Sydney.
And when you get back to Sydney, how do you think the state of origin count's going to be by the time you get there?
I don't know.
Neither does anyone else.
So Queensland won the first state of origin, so congratulations to them. When is the next one?
Unfortunately, I don't have a clue.
So, as we said at the start of this show, or the second part of the show today, do not litter the park, do not go with your rubbish and expect other people to pick it up. Here's Mark now.
No, it's a beautiful place the way it is. I can't imagine anyone wanting to litter it anyway. But as Barry says, the expectation of just leaving rubbish lying around for someone else to pick up doesn't seem very community-minded.
So, it's the same with the taxis as well. Do not litter the taxis. Here's Mark now.
Well, I think the general theme is don't litter. There's no reason to do it, and it just creates an eyesore for everyone and work for someone else. So much better to be tidy all the time and keep your rubbish to yourself.
So don't be a tosser, guys. If it's not in the bin, it's on you. Here's Mark now.
I like that. Don't be a tosser. Seems highly appropriate. So yes, be a placer in bins, not a tosser.
So, over the past, since April, I have brought to you many shows here at Bray in Queensland. So from episode 1 to 21, okay, I will probably get up to a few more episodes before I call it a day here. Here's Mark now.
Yes, a quick calculation says to me that you've got at least 30 more opportunities. So there should be many more shows coming out of the Bray Park studio. I'm certainly expecting them.
So when you say 30 more opportunities, what do you mean by that?
Well, there's, 58 days. I'm not sure. Do you put out an episode a day or just a few episodes a week?
A few episodes a week.
Yeah, I was working on about 4, so I thought, 8 weeks, 4 episodes a week, 32 episodes to go.
Well, 32 episodes to go, so it's 21, episode 21 today.
Yep.
I will probably finish the last episode, and that will be 32.
Well, I meant 32 more.
32 more.
Yeah, so you'd end up at 50.
So it will be the 50th episode before I bid farewell to Bray Park.
Yes, it doesn't seem like a lot.
It doesn't seem like a lot, but just to give you, Sydney, viewers of what excuse me, sorry about that, everyone. But 50 episodes might not be a lot, but just to give you Sydney viewers that are looking forward to having me back. I am sure that you will watch the episodes. But getting back on to the importance of keeping the park clean. Okay, moving off Sydney now. Look at that. Just look at it. Just sit down on the bench if you're here and have a good look at this bay. Here's Mark now.
Well, I have to say the park is looking stunning. Do you mind if I do a camera swing?
I'm doing camera swing.
All right. Let's give everyone a view of the park in its pristine condition. And I don't know if you can see out there, but it's low tide. Even the fishermen have given up now. Oh, hang on. There's one still out there. So, ever hopeful. Anyway, you can see what a stunning day it is. There is a gentle breeze to follow up from yesterday's extremely unpleasant and cold wind.
Yeah.
But you can see why when you see the condition of the park and how beautiful everything is around it, that you don't want the eyesore of litter.
Okay, now, the rule when traveling in a cab. We will talk about that now.
All right.
Make sure that you've got everything ready for the taxi, such as your book, your taxi book, and make sure that you ask the driver how much it is at the end of the journey. Here's Mark now.
Yep, just to be safe, always check what the fare is before you hand over the card to pay, and make sure that you know what's going on and are quite happy with whatever financial arrangements are being made.
So the fare came to $63.40. That's the full fare without the docket, so we paid $34, I think it was.
Close to that, yes.
Close to that.
Yep. So it was just a frack under $32 that you had to pay, and yeah, the taxi voucher took care of the other half.
So always be honest with the taxi driver and tell him where you want to go and where you want to be dropped at. Here's Mark now.
Yes, we do seem to have a few problems ordering taxis, particularly in shopping centres, etc., because there's no specific point of pickup that we know of. And yeah, it's very handy to be able to give the operator a specific point of pickup. It makes their life a lot easier to find you. And you know, if you're in the spot waiting, you know, you can just sort of give them away as they arrive, and they know who to pick up.
So don't just say to the driver, I've got no money, because that's very dangerous.
Have you been left behind when have you ever told a driver that you've got no money?
I can't remember a time, but one fellow that I used to know, he didn't pay for a taxi, and the taxi driver was angry.
Yes. Yep. That's to be expected.
So we're going to do a food review after the break, and which brings us nicely onto food.
I think you're hungry.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So we'll take a break and come back with more of the show. Well, good afternoon, everybody. Here we are, back at the bay. And here's Mark.
Well, we've just enjoyed a very nice lunch at the iconic Morgan Seafood out at Scarborough, and we've just taken up position back in the park to finish off the show, and we've been, well, just travelling, seeing this part of the world.
And like we said, if you bring your rubbish in, take it out. Here's Mark.
Yep, so the theme of the day is don't litter, and as we've said, this park here, Jameson Park out at Scarborough, is absolutely beautiful condition. It's clean as a whistle, and it just is that much more attractive because it is clean and people haven't littered. So take Barry's advice, always take your rubbish with you.
And our parks are not excuse me, I might have to get Mark to explain what we did.
So we walked from one end of the park to the other, and then down the road to have lunch, come back, and it's still glorious. The wind's been very kind to us today, so just a gentle breeze still, sun shining, water looks stunning.
And we're just playing you around, so have a look. Just look at that, everyone. Just look at that. Isn't that a nice view of the bay there? Look at that.
Yeah, it's certainly a stunning day, Barry.
Very stunning day. Now, you're probably wondering why I'm wearing a mouth. Well, as you can hear, my voice is not as normal as it usually is. Here's Mark now.
Yeah, so Barry went out the other day and has developed a cough, or it was a cough this morning. Now it's a cough, a bit of a sore throat, and chest is starting to get a bit sore now too. So chances are that episode 22 could be very raspy.
Well, I'm lucky if I can get episode 21 done.
I reckon we've got most of it done, Barry, so
before we do go today, thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Here's Mark.
yes, thanks everyone for tuning in, and I hope that you've enjoyed the scenery, and you know, if you get a chance to come out here, you should.
and the number that we rely on 24 hours a day, you know what it is. It is 000. Please do not ring that number unless you really have to. Here's Mark now.
Of course, the alternative for any non-urgent matters is all of the police stations' numbers are in the book, so to speak, although no one uses books anymore. So when you go online, it's just a matter of looking up Contact QPS or Queensland Police, and all of the stations have direct numbers other than 000. So 000 is to be reserved for emergency police work only, or emergency calls only.
Now, yesterday we were very nasty. Here's Mark now.
Yes, we've had a bit of wind over the last few days, which, combined with what by Queensland standards is freezing cold. Everyone knows in Queensland that the water freezes at about 18 degrees, so it's freezing cold, and it hasn't served very well. So luckily today is much more pleasant. Still same temperature, just no wind.
Now, if it was windy today and I was trying to do this, I would have struggled to bring it to you. Here's Mark now.
Yeah, well, not only would it have been a lot harsher on you, Barry, and probably made you cough a lot more if it was windy. I don't know how your gear goes out in the wind, but I can never talk on the phone in the wind. It's always like I don't know how to describe it. There's something wrong with the wind in the microphone anyway that ruins your vocals.
So, as I said at the start of today's program, okay, I've only got 58 days left, or 58 and a bit, because tomorrow it will be day 57 after this.
Yep.
So not very long at all. Here's Mark now.
No, so we've started the official countdown, and as Barry said, 58 days to go, and I'm sure that the show will keep you up to date with the pending leaving date, so there'll be more coming on that, I'm sure.
And like I said, I'm really sorry that I can't stay on views. Here's Mark now.
Well, when Barry says can't stay on, he's forgetting about the magic of his YouTube television, which reaches everywhere and can be done from anywhere. So it'll just be the end of a chapter in not coming from Bray Park anymore. But apart from that, I'm sure we'll still be seeing you, Barry.
You will, but in a different form. Here's Mark now.
Lucky for me, Barry controls all of the technology. If it was up to me, that'd be the end. There would be no more. But with the skill sets and the determination to get it done, I know there's going to be more coming.
So my battery is running a bit low, so guys, thanks for your company today, and this program has been brought to you by Scarborough Seafoods and 1-3 Caps. We'll get you there. See you later, everybody, before I lose my voice.
Bye.
Bye-bye.